100 amazing facts around the world.
A human sneeze travels about 100 miles per hour. Iceland has a dating app that stops you from hooking up with your cousin. It's impossible to hum while holding your nose. The T-Rex's closest living relative is the chicken. Vincent van Gogh painted The Starry Night shortly after checking into a psychiatric hospital in 1889. When he was 17, Elon Musk lived off $1 a day for a month to see if he would be able to make it as an entrepreneur. The adult human body has about 100,000 miles of blood vessels. Months that begin on a Sunday will always have a Friday the 13th. A blue whale's heart is so massive that you can hear its heartbeat 2 miles away. The Red Sea is the world's warmest sea. At about 17 pounds, a sperm whale's brain is the largest of any animal. Comparatively, a human brain is about 3 pounds. The longest one-syllable word is screeched. The sound of a Star Wars lightsaber was created by pairing together the sound of an idle film projector and the buzz from an old TV set. A snail can sleep for 3 years. Pigeons have been trained by the U.S. Coast Guard to spot people lost at sea. The hyoid bone in the throat is the only bone in the human body that isn't attached to any other bone. When the Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre in 1911, Picasso was questioned as a suspect. The Nile crocodile has the greatest bite force of any animal. It can bite down with 5,000 psi. A jellyfish's mouth also serves as its anus. The United States doesn't have an official language. In every scene of Fight Club, there is a Starbucks coffee cup. Queen Elizabeth II has someone to wear the shoes she gets before she wears them to make sure they're comfortable. In 1907, a woman was arrested on a beach in Boston for wearing a one-piece swimsuit. China only has one time zone. A group of horses will not go to sleep at the same time. At least one of them will stay awake to look out for the others. There is a town in India called Santa Claus. Earth is the only planet not named after a god. If you open your eyes in a pitch-black room, the color you'll see is called Eigengrau. Exercising increases productivity. Having a regular exercise routine can make you happier, smarter, and more energetic and thus last longer throughout the day. It snowed in the Sahara Desert for 30 minutes on February 18, 1979. You can be criminally prosecuted for making death threats written entirely in emoji. The longest mathematical proof in history is 15,000 pages long, involved more than 100 mathematicians, and took over 30 years to complete. Venus and Uranus are the only planets that rotate clockwise. The other 6 planets in the solar system rotate counterclockwise. During the Reign of Terror following the French Revolution, 17,000 people were beheaded using the guillotine. Selfies now cause more deaths than shark attacks. Lobsters have some really weird anatomy. Their brains are in their throats, their nervous systems are in their abdomens, their teeth are in their stomachs, and their kidneys are in their heads. The total cost of climbing Mount Everest, to pay for Sherpas, supplies, and permits, is between $60,000 and $120,000. Cows give more milk when they listen to music. Some Amazonian tribes used to make a soup with the ground bones of their dead relatives. In the Philippines, fertilized duck or chicken eggs are cooked and eaten, with the unhatched chick partly grown inside. It's called balut. A scorpion can go for a whole year without eating. Sharks will eat almost anything. The stomachs of dead sharks have been found to contain bits of boats and vehicles and even a knight in armor. The first true tree was the maidenhair of Zhejiang, China, which first appeared about 160 million years ago, during the Jurassic era. Pope Francis used to be a nightclub bouncer. You don't have to be a lawyer to be a Supreme Court justice. The fastest-running flying bird is the North American roadrunner. It has been clocked at 42 kilometers per hour over a short distance. Zombies, as we know them, were inspired by Richard Matheson's 1954 novel, I Am Legend. George A. Romero's seminal film, Night of the Living Dead, was partly inspired by Matheson's novel. Warner Music owns the copyright to Happy Birthday. Sean Connery's first job was as a milkman. Following his discharge from the Royal Navy, he worked several jobs, including lifeguard, nude model, and coffin polisher. China and India went to war during the Cuban Missile Crisis. There exists a photograph of a baby with his mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother, and great-great-great-grandmother. Every location on Earth gets around one total solar eclipse every 350 years. All flamingos are born with gray feathers and turn pink due to their diet of shrimp and algae. The Scottish bagpipes were originally made from the entire skin or stomach of a dead sheep. It takes 3,000 cows to supply the NFL with enough leather for a year's supply of footballs. A chemical extracted from leeches is used as a painkiller. In the Middle Ages, doctors believed that farting into jars and sniffing them would prevent death, or more specifically the Black Death plague, which they called therapeutic stink. The scientific name for fear of slime is blenophobia. The most expensive coffee in the world is made with coffee beans recovered from the feces of the civet, a type of wild cat from Sumatra. Sheep's eyeballs are eaten in some Arab countries of North Africa. 92% of the world's currency exists digitally, the rest is physical money. There are more French restaurants in New York City than in Paris. Allodoxophobia is the fear of opinions. Komodo dragons have a suit of armor made of tiny bones underneath their already scaly skin. A hummingbird visits an average of 1,000 flowers a day for nectar. Without saliva, humans are unable to taste food. Camels can drink 53 gallons of water in just 3 minutes. You're not allowed to swear if playing in Wimbledon. Because of this, line judges have to learn curse words in every language. In America, it is a federal crime to use your roommate or friend's Netflix account. Male turkeys are called gobblers. Sequoia National Park in California contains the world's largest living tree. Its trunk is 102 feet in circumference. The state fish of Hawaii is the Humo'omunikunukwapue. The company Adobe was named after the Adobe Creek that ran behind the house of co-founder John Warnock. The name Reebok is a stylized version of the word Reebok, an African antelope. If you have $10 in your pocket and no debt, you are wealthier than 25% of Americans. Ronald Reagan was a lifeguard during high school and saved 77 people's lives. The U.S. government gave Indiana University $1 million to study memes. The biggest selling product of all time is the Rubik's Cube. It is followed by the iPhone. In 1878, the first telephone book ever issued contained only 50 names. One slice of Costco cheese pizza has 700 calories, or 28% of your daily suggested caloric intake. At the end of the Gulf War, 20 people died in Kuwait due to falling bullets from celebratory gunfire. The only 15-letter word that can be spelled without repeating a letter is uncopyrightable. The actor who played the Marlboro Man in the famous ads died of lung cancer. During the 8 years that Bill Clinton was president, he only sent 2 emails. In 2016, hackers managed to break into Mark Zuckerberg's Twitter and Pinterest accounts. They claimed his password was ... During World War II, a spy named Joan Pujol Garcia received the highest honor from both the Axis and the Allies, a testament to his double agent skills. Native Americans used pumpkin seeds for both food and medicine. In 16th century Canada, women would drink ground beaver testicles as a contraceptive method. The Beatles officially broke up at Disney World. Epijargistelmalistidamatamidelen is the longest word in the Finnish language. It means doubtful. All porcupines float in water. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins can. Your tonsils can grow back if there was tissue left behind during the removal process. Peaches are members of the almond family. Adolf Hitler was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. You can see 4 states from the top of Chicago's Willis Tower. Cucumber slices can fight bad breath. Humans have been performing dentistry since 7000 BC, which makes dentists one of the oldest professions. Canada eats more macaroni and cheese than any other nation in the world. You can now get a headstone with a QR code. Called Living Headstones, they show pages with photos, video biographies, and comments from loved ones. A strawberry is not an actual berry, but a banana is.
World Top 20.
Thanks for watching.
For more videos, please like the video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel.
We wish you a fruitful day ahead.
And remember, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.